Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to Goddess Gemini Gifts. Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully, everybody is having a lovely day. I think I got this figured out. I was having a little bit of issues, but today's reading is going to be the Heal Your Heart spread, and it's how can you heal your heart. It's a new spread. I've never used this. I'm very excited. We've got some beautiful oracle cards here, and we have Sage that is working today. So we are going to cleanse the cards and the energy in the space. Please remember, if you hear a little bit of noise in the background, that is just my AC unit. I need it on. So I appreciate the patience. However, from what I've noticed, my voice is way too loud anyways. So there we go. Anyways, all right. So Geminis, obviously this is for Geminis. Anybody who comes across this reading that has a Gemini in their chart, it could be anywhere in your chart. Or if you're dealing with a Gemini, this reading could be for you. It may resonate with you. Who knows? If you know a Gemini, please feel free to share this with somebody. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the engagement. If you could you please like this video? Leave a little comment. Let me know what you want for readings and any ideas for the podcast to catch up for this month. I need 4 podcast videos by Thursday, so I'm going to have them out next week. I do apologize for being so late. It's just it's been a rough month. So anyways, cleanse the cards, energy, space, all right, and Gemini, my beautiful, lovely Gemini friends. We are doing the healing heart spread, so I will walk this through as I'm doing this, okay? So number 1 is going to be the root of the pain, okay? So Geminis, what is the collective energy for our Geminis in love, for healing their heart? What is the root of the pain for our Gemini friends, please? What is the root of the pain for our Gemini friends, please? What is the root of the pain for the Gemini friends? I heard the words trust. So, oh my goodness, bear with me. I've never really used these cards too much. So, what is the root besides trust? Thank you. Oh yeah, spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors. Obviously, I ask you to join me in this reading to help our Gemini friends. So we have trust. Oh, that is so funny. I said trust, and here's the card trust. All right. What is the symptoms of the pain? So this could be any type of symptoms of the pain. I obviously hear physical and mental, but that's obviously some people could be feeling that. Okay, so what are the symptoms of the pain? That's interesting. Okay, we have transformation and reflection. And then we have what your heart needs to feel at peace and free from the pain. So what is required for your heart to feel at peace and free from the pain? That is an interesting one. All right. I got to pull these cards a little bit further down. All right. And then we have number 5. What is the action to heal the pain for our Gemini friends, please? What is the action? Okay. And then finally, what is the possible outcome? So pain, allow growth and change. This is how you'll be different after healing. Okay, so let's go through this. All right, so first card we have is trust, okay? So trust, and we can see like 2 people embracing, okay? So the root of the pain is trust. There's 2 people embracing. So some of you may have a lack of trust, okay? So trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So some of you may have a little bit of issues with trust, whether it's trusting in yourself and in your heart. or if it's trusting another person. Some of you obviously don't want to be scathed or burned or, thrown out like maybe you have been before. Or if you're currently in a relationship, I do see some kind of like transformation happening. And maybe you both aren't on the same level yet, if you get what I mean. One of you may be transforming and one of you may be a little bit lagging behind. Okay. Next, we have the symptoms. Okay, so the symptoms of the pain. We have transformation and reflection. Okay, so let's start with transformation. We have a heart that's on fire. Okay, so a very passionate kind of energy, or that's more like uh, a fear. It could also be like kind of a fear of that pain. Like if you've ever been hurt by somebody you love, and it's like your heart feels like it's breaking and it's like this burning pain, and that's kind of what I see. Some of you may be feeling like this burning pain in your chest, from obviously this trust issues, right? So I see transformation, which is funny because it says transformation here and then we have transformation here. So your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transfers all things. Okay, so this is telling us that yes, you may have the symptom of like burning pain, but I also see the possibility of transformation through this. Like this might not be a forever thing. This could be temporary. Okay. Then next we have the reflection. And as you can see with this card, okay, there's a woman and it looks like she's like crying, right? And then there's butterflies, and it's kind of like almost like a mirrorish kind of concept, but I see a flower here. So I do see like transformation, like a butterfly leaving the cocoon kind of transformation. So reflection on this, okay? Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best, okay? So for some of you, you obviously are going to need to kind of like transform and reflect. So as you're transforming, all the symptoms and all the like the heartburning, transforming that, you might also be reflecting on what is causing that kind of issue. Some of you may also be doing feeling a lot of like mental anguish is kind of what I'm seeing as a symptom. But I can also see some migraines for some of you. That's also another thing they're showing me, is like a cool pack on your head with some migraines. Okay. So next we have the required. What your heart needs to feel at peace and free from pain. Okay. So we are seeing somebody who is like, here's the heart on a tree. Okay. There's a person kind of like, I think they're trying to like kiss the tree or kiss the heart. It's kind of like a kiss of gratitude almost. And then this says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all the love, and have all that your heart truly desires. Okay. So a lot of you, this might also be like knowing at peace that like being your own person is really important, and being grateful for everything that you have, whether or not a relationship works out. Really standing in your own and transforming on your own, it's up to the other person to transform on their own. But I could see as a relationship wanting to like have that connection together. So give thanks for all the blessings that you currently have with yourself, but also with the other person if you're in a relationship. Okay. If you're not in a relationship, I see this more as a standing and being thankful for everything that you have, because maybe you were really hurt. Maybe you were burned. Maybe you do need to transform and reflect and heal, and maybe go to therapy. Some of you, maybe you've been burned so bad you do need some kind of therapy. Okay. That's another thing for like singles. Even if you're in a relationship or a situationship, I could see some of you needing to heal past traumas, kind of like reflect on those that are causing you pain and issues in your current situation, or having the steps to go forward in a relationship and needing to transform that negative energy into healing energy and moving forward. Okay. So that is just something I am also seeing here. Okay. So next you have the action, an action to take to heal your heart. Okay, so the action here, we see a beautiful like a dove with a little bit of like an orb here or a pearl. I see that as kind of like the action of needing to really work on self and finding like a healing kind of energy, finding healing in yourself. And that's going to like flourish into this beautiful like transformational energy of like love and peace and caring and understanding. Okay. I can also see this for a connection, maybe somebody furthering a commitment. Okay. How is the action happening? Moving in with somebody, it's kind of like I move, you move kind of situation is kind of what I'm seeing as the action being taken. So let's say you're healing yourself, Gemini. You could have very well have somebody trying to work on themselves as well to kind of try and catch up to you. Okay. Or seeing you as an inspiration to really work on self so that this beautiful connection could develop more. Okay. And what that I'm seeing, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So, with the action I'm seeing is that through everything that you're moving through, working on self, and if you're not, this is your sign that you need to really do this. Now, I understand that some people that I do have watch my videos are from the States and not from Canada. And I do know that a lot of this stuff can cost a lot of money. However, side note, in Canada, therapy and that can cost money. It just depends on where you go, your practitioner, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Some people have insurance that covers stuff. Some things are government funded. I know the US does have a lot of like similar kind of like healthcare, a little different, but there are like insurance in that. So I do see that like some of you may have to try and find freer options or cheaper options. Another thing you could also do is maybe look at like online therapy or something. I'm not